I want to tell the story about bra size 44. The day I took the uh, SAT tests, which happened to, for some reason, be in the Dalles instead of Hood River, uh, I met a girl there, uh, and her name was Sherry, I think, and she was cute and she was smart, and we visited a little bit, and I was quite interested in her. So I asked her out on a date, and we went out on a double date. This is before I was uh, involved in an exclusive way with my late wife Judy, and we went to a movie, and I was having a lot of fun kidding around, but I was really full of myself. I'd taken the test. I was going to get to go to college, and I had great ambitions to go somewhere far away where I could get away from my struggles with my father and so on. So I was in the back seat with this young woman, and somebody told me either that, I think before that, I don't know, right in there somewhere, I found out that her nickname was 44s, and that she was somebody that went to what they call the Okie Stomps over in Bingen, where they played Western music and people danced. I don't know why, but I never I never got there. But they told me that her nickname was 44s, and it was because she had a large set of breasts. I've always been a leg man, but those were pretty overwhelming to me. And in my state of intoxication, no alcohol, but just thinking I was such hot shit, uh, I started trying to touch her breasts outside her sweater or blouse or whatever she had on. And she didn't totally object to that at first, but when I started trying to unbutton her brassiere, her bra, uh, she told me, don't do that. And she had an odd bra where the snaps were in front between her breasts instead of in the back where they're supposed to be. And I was not really taking no for an answer as quickly and easily as I should have, which is very untypical of me. I've never been somebody that forced myself on women. But that night, I was thinking I was hot shit. So I kept fooling around like I was going to try and undo her bra, and she said, "You better stop that, or my boyfriend, when he gets home on leave from the Coast Guard, I'm going to tell him on you." Somebody's in the Coast Guard far away. Ha, ha, ha. This didn't amount to much. And then she says, "Well, I'll tell him." And I says, somehow and his name is Bill. And I said, Bill, Coast Guard, bingo. Bill Wiesman? Yes, Bill Wiesman's my boyfriend. Well, Bill Wiesman was my sister's ex-boyfriend, and he was the lineman of the year his senior year at Y East High School. And he was a guy about 6 feet tall, weighed 185 pounds, and he was one stud of a man. And here I was a mere 18 and skinny as hell. I was afraid of that man. There's a little more to that story. I guess I can tell it. Joe Campbell and I, when my folks would be out of town, 3 or 4 couples of my sister's friends would come to the house, and they'd get in the house and start necking and making out with no adult supervision. And Joe and I one time were kind of trying to creep up and peek in the windows because that was before we were really getting to do any necking or petting. And Bill Wiesman came out and chased us, and we ran like rabbits. But anyway, I'll tell my boyfriend on there. And when it clicked in my mind, Bill Wiesman was her boyfriend, I jumped all the way across the back seat of that car and didn't touch her again the rest of the evening. Jan gets his comeuppance for being an ass. I still remember that.